Okay, today we're going to be learning a little bit about probability. Probability is just the likelihood that an event will occur, or the chances of something happening. And the way we calculate probability is by using this formula. It's the total number of favorable outcomes over the total number of possible outcomes. So we write probability as a fraction. And I'm going to give you some examples using a spinner. So as you can see, this spinner has 4 different parts, and there are 4 different colors. There's red, yellow, blue, and green. And we're going to calculate the probability of landing on a red space. There is only one red space here, so the number of favorable outcomes is 1 over the total number of possible outcomes, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So our chances of landing on a red space are 1 in 4, okay? With green, again, there's only one green space, so the number of favorable outcomes is 1 over the total number of outcomes, which is 4 again. So the probability of landing on a green space is 1 in 4. Now I'd like to use a different spinner. This spinner has numbers on it. We have the numbers 1 through 6. So if we want to figure out the probability of landing on a 2, there is only one 2, so the number of favorable outcomes is 1, over the total number of possible outcomes, this time is 6 because there are 6 different spaces. So we have a 1 in 6 chance. Okay, if we want to figure out the probability now of landing on a 4 or a 5, there's a 4 here and a 5 here, which means our number of favorable outcomes this time is 2. And still we have 6 possible outcomes, so it's 2 over 6, and we can reduce that to 1/3. So we have a 1 in 3 chance of landing on a 4 or a 5. Next, an even number. What's the probability of landing on an even number? Well, you can see there are 3 even numbers here. There's 2, 4, and 6. So our total number of favorable outcomes is 3 over the total number of possible outcomes, which again is 6. And we can reduce that to 1/2. And finally, the probability of landing on a prime number. Well, we know that 2, 3, and 5 are all prime numbers. So we have a total of 3 favorable outcomes over the total number of possible outcomes, which again is 6. So we get 3/6 or 1/2. The probability of landing on a prime number is 1 in 2 chance.